The men's action getting ready to take place in just a couple of minutes. 4-6 Mid-America, 1-6 in the conference. Against CMU, 5-6 overall, 3-4 in the conference. Haven't put the starters up on the board yet for the ball game, but I will tell you that if you were not here, the women defeated the 7-1, 7-0 in conference play Lady Pioneers by the score of 67-59. As Michelle Nichols led the scoring attack with 20 points for the Eagles and included the return of Nana Massanet back from injury. And she chipped in 13 points off the bench, playing in short bursts as she's not in playing shape right now. We'll be back here again Tuesday night, 5:30, 7:30. Women's game against Missouri Valley, followed by the men's game. Mid-America coming out from their locker room as we got a little over 5.5 minutes to go before the start of this ball game. Give you some general information about the two teams while we wait for everything else to happen. Central is led in scoring by Kyle McDermott, averaging 14.8. Right behind that is Chandler Bevins at 13.6. And Fodi Kamara at 11.3, the leading scorers for the Eagles. For Mid-America, they have 4 players that average double figures. Anthony Brown averages 15.2. Pedro Lopez, 12.7. Blake Spellman, 12.2. And Cameron Brady, 12 even. And right behind that is Patrick Carnes, averaging 9.9. And Trey Brown, averaging 9.3. Well, I need to go one more after that. And Jake Alexander, averaging 9.2. Mid-America scores 79.4 points per ball game and gives up 76.9. So with their 4-6 record, they're outscoring their opponents. For Central, they average 70.7 and give up 71 even in the scoring category. The starters are up on the board now, and we'll get those written down. As we get closer to the time for this to start. Coach Sherman has shaken up his lineup a little bit as well, but we'll get you those. Mid-America Nazarene starters look like this. 6'7" junior forward, number 0, Cameron Brady from Salt Lake City, Utah. Trey Brown, a 5'11" senior guard from Topeka, Kansas. Number 15 is Sage Bolser, a 6-foot freshman guard from Rich Hill, Missouri. Number 25, Anthony Brown, a 6'5" sophomore guard from Olathe, Kansas. And number 35, Pedro Lopez, a 6'7" senior forward from Pelotas, Brazil. For the Eagles, they are going to go this way. Marcus Anthony, a 6'2" freshman guard from Jeff City, number 0, starts. Kyle McDermott, a 6'3" senior guard from Frankfort, Illinois. Number 10, Trent Lyles, a 6-foot sophomore guard from Sedalia, Missouri. 23, Fodi Kamara, a 6'6" senior forward from Queens, New York. And 32, Chris Orozco, a 6'6" junior forward from Phoenix, Arizona. Those are your starting lineups for the two teams. As we get set for action here with a little over 2 minutes to go before the start of the ball game. Introduction of starting lineups. We'll see if they do the prayer again and the national anthem. They did it before the ladies' game. Eagles coming off a loss here at home on Thursday, as Baker beat them here. The ladies have rebounded from that same Baker loss. As Baker out loosening up, one player leading them, and now they all dive on the floor. So there you go. With a minute and something to go. Eagles finishing their warm-ups. Look around at the crowd, and I see Brian Meany, alumnus of Central Methodist, head basketball coach at Battle High School over in Columbia, with his younger son Tristan, who is in high school. So, and I know that because I did a ball game for them, did a ball game that they played in not very long ago. And young Tristan went a little nutty in the first half. He was 6 for 6 from the three-point line, made 7 three-pointers in the game. His dad, being the coach, told me afterwards that Tristan tied the school record for threes in a ball game with 7. That is held by his brother Trey, who is a member of the Central Methodist basketball team here, and that's what they're doing here. Trey Meany. So we're just about ready to go. We'll have a PA announcer here in a second as we're down under the last few seconds, and there's the horn.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
We'll get the PSA about sportsmanship and COVID rules here at Central Methodist, as there are no visiting fans allowed here. Eagles are in gray today instead of white. So we're almost ready to go as they finish that off, and we'll see if we're going to get... Well, we're going to go straight to the starters, so we will go along with that. 6'7" forward, Salt Lake City, Utah, 0 Cameron Brady. A 5'11" senior guard from Topeka, Kansas, Trey Brown. And I'm looking at Anthony Brown and Pedro Lopez. 15 says Sage Bolzer, but that's not what it sounded like he said, but that's okay. For the Eagles, 6'2" freshman from Jeff City, Marcus Anthony, number 0. At a guard, a 6'3" senior from Frankfort, Illinois, Kyle McDermott. Six-foot sophomore out of Sedalia, Trent Lyles, number 10. At a forward, a 6'6" senior from the Queens, New York, Fodi Kamara. 6'6" junior from Phoenix, Arizona, 32, Chris Orozco. So just about set to go. Get my laptop fired up and ready to go. They haven't put the starters on the floor yet on the stats for Mid-America. I'm sure they'll do that in a second. Clark beat Peru State today, 77-73. Park beat Missouri Valley men 83-66. I'm looking at scores of local interest. Fodi Kamara to jump center against Cameron Brady to get the game going. And we're underway. And Pedro Lopez has the basketball. Pair of 6'7" on the floor for the Pioneers. That's Brady. Brown, Anthony Brown. Inside it goes. Layup and in by Lopez. Anthony. McDermott. Lyles. Pick from Kamara. Down the lane. Kamara, baseline jumper, won't go. Tipped around. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Central. Be Trent Lyles to bring the ball inbounds. Just underway here in the first half. Chris Orozco called for an illegal screen inside.
Chris Orozco, that foul his first team foul.
This is Trey Brown to Lopez. Bolzer with it. Trey Brown to the basket. Drops it off to Lopez. Puts it up and in. Pedro Lopez with all 4 points in the ball game, and it's 4-0 Mid-America. McDermott. Kamara. Back to McDermott. Back to Kamara. Lyles. Orozco going to deal inside. Has his pocket picked from behind by Anthony Brown, who runs the floor, misses the dunk, tipped around, saved, and McDermott has it as Kamara goes through the bench to get to it. Anthony underneath the basket, comes out. McDermott passes on a three, takes it down the lane, back to Commody, lays it up and in. Fodi Kamara with a basket, makes it 4-2. This is Trey Brown. Trying to find a way to the hoop. Can't do it. Lopez backs it out. Brown again. To the corner it comes to Anthony Brown. Under to Lopez. And we've got a foul on the floor before the shot. Foul will go against Kyle McDermott. His first personal foul. Second team foul. Mid-America ball under the basket. Lopez off of his foot, run down by Anthony Brown over in the corner. Bolzer with the basketball. Anthony Brown with a three in the air and good. We looking on the screen. Looks like we have an Orozco call for his second moving pick.
Eagle foul 32, Chris Orozco. That foul his second, 13th foul, entering the contest for the Eagles, number 24.
15, I apologize, is Blake Spellman.
Here's number 13, Jake Alexander.
Jake Alexander in for Mid-America. Chandler Bevins in for the Eagles, 24. Tries to pass in the lane, but picked off. Ahead it comes. Kamara almost travels with it. Gets it back out. Lyles has a three lined up. In and out, no good. And Cameron Brady with a rebound. 7-2 Mid-America. Down the lane, little runner. Back of the rim, no good. Bevins with a rebound. Ahead to Lyles. Anthony with a three in the air, halfway down, scoops out. Spellman ahead. Goes off of a hand, right into the hands of Jake Alexander, and he puts it up, and it's 9-2 in favor of Mid-America. McDermott hasn't touched the ball much yet. Anthony, Kamara, there's McDermott. Leading scorer for the Eagles, down the lane. Bounce pass, but no roll. Pick and roll, didn't roll. Into the hoop is Spellman. Nice pass to Brady, but he can't get the ball to go, and Bevins with another rebound. Lyles tries to go through the lane, dribbles it off a foot, points at Cameron Brady and says it's his foot, and the official agrees. Patrick Carnes checks into the ball game. Also back in, Trey Brown, Austin Fisher, Jaden McGrew, Phil Cicero, and Jacob Moore check in, and the only player that stays out on the floor is Bevins. Cicero, the inbounds pass almost stolen. Cicero has it, tied up, comes away with it, and a timeout call by Mid-America. As down on the bottom of the pile is number 3, Trey Brown. 9-2, 4 minutes plus into this first half of play. Eagles with a slow start. It has been an issue that they have had off and on during the year. It's not necessarily a slow start, but they have a period in each ball game that they go about 4 or 5 minutes without scoring very much, and they either dig the hole that they have to dig out of, or they have lost the lead by not being able to score much. So, new group comes in, and it will be Lopez to bring the ball in bounds for Mid-America. Whistle blows, and we're off and going again. Trey Brown with the basketball. Anthony Brown, that's Carnes right there, tries to get it inside, does to Lopez, puts it up and in. Pedro Lopez with 6, and it's 11-2. McGrew loses the ball to Brown. Almost walks with it, but puts it back up and in, and Coach Sherman takes another timeout. That's the first timeout for the Eagles. The last one was a timeout by Mid-America. Coach Sherman not happy with the start. He's already replaced 4 of the starters in the lineup. And there's 2 points in the ball game for the Eagles, and that's all there is. It's been so long. Trying to remember who scored the 2 points. As the stats program is not working right now, has not been updated, so can't help you a whole lot with that. It's nobody that's on the floor, that's for sure. 13-2. Rivers, Cicero, Bevins inside, back to Cicero, 3-pointer in the air, comes up short. And Carnes with a rebound. Brown down the lane, going to spin, look for somebody. It was Alexander. That ball is put up and in by Anthony Brown. He's got 8 already in the ball game, pair of threes, and a layup. Bevins to the corner to Cicero, back to Bevins. He's going to drive lanes, steps aside, lays it up and in. Avoided the charging foul and drops the ball in, and it's 16-4. Trey Brown with a shot, won't go. Lopez knocks it out of bounds. It'll be Central basketball. Cicero looks inside. Picked by Bevins. Pick and roll. Bevins to the hoop. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled on the way there. And Lopez will pick up the foul. First foul. Bevins' free throw is good. (16-5). No good. And with a rebound is Alexander. To Trey Brown. Down the lane. Alexander puts it up too hard. Bevins with a rebound. Cicero steps through to the hoop, lays it up and in. He's a lefty. And a foul underneath the basket as we get a couple of more subs, and Central with 4 subs getting ready to come in. Jaden McGrew with the foul. Alexander at the line.
Substitutions for the Eagles: number 1, McDermott; number 13, Jimmy Washington Jr.; number 23, Kamara; number 10, Lyles.
Jimmy Washington Jr., a 6'7" sophomore from Gary, Indiana, makes his debut on the home floor for the Eagles. Lyles back in. Second free throw no good. Brady almost got the rebound, but Kamara got it. McDermott in the corner. Steps around on the three-point line. Shot won't go. Doesn't follow. Goes out of bounds.
Substitution for the Pioneers: number 15, Blake Spellman.
Blake Spellman back into the ball game. Drew Smith also in the ball game for the Pioneers as they have a 9-point advantage. Brown down the lane. Steps around. Jumper won't go as it rattles around, no good. Kamara with a rebound to Lyles. Back to Kamara. Not going to take a three from there. Lyles. And there's a bump on Cameron Brady. That'll be his first personal foul, team foul number 3.
Second team foul for the Pioneers.
Lyles to inbound. Throws it in, throws it away. Trey Brown with it, hands it off. Nice pass to Drew Smith, lays it up and in. Marcus Anthony trying to get to the hoop. Pulls up baseline jumper, won't go, skips across the rim. Lyles gets it back, lays it up, can't get it to go, and it is a foul on the floor. And that will go, I think, against Drew Smith, his first personal foul. Team foul number 3 in the ball game. 4 called against the Eagles. The Eagles are down 11. Kamara in the corner. And Washington. McDermott got a 3 lined up in the air and hits it. Kyle McDermott with his first points. And it's 18-10. Smith looks inside, gets it, but a foul call beforehand, and that'll go on Fody Kamara. First foul, team foul number 5. Smith. Trey Brown, 3 from the outside, rattles around no good, as Carnes missed that. Kamara down the lane. Ball fake, step around, puts it up, and gets it to go. Fody Kamara. He's got 4 in the game. The lead's down to 6, 18-12. Trey Brown around the pick, down the lane, kicks it to the corner. Spellman with it here. Brown. 3 from the corner on the other side, and that's by Drew Smith. 3-pointer makes it 21-12. Anthony loses the ball out of bounds. Turnover. Got a sub coming to the bench, so they stop. Trey Meany into the game. Brown with Lyles on him, loses control of the ball. It goes off of the foot of Carnes, out of bounds. Lyles, 9-point advantage as we approach the halfway point of this first half of play. Kamara, free throw line, drives down, spins, stuck, and a travel call as he got stuck in the lane, tried to go one way, tried to come back, took an extra step. Anthony Brown back in with his 8 points in the ball game already. Mid-America doesn't look like a team that's 4-6 and 1-6 in the heart. Brown just back into the ball game, lines it up, can't get it to go. Jimmy Washington Jr. with a rebound. Lyles pulls up just inside the free throw line, can't get it to go. Washington got his hands on it. Kamara gets it, turns around, and a foul will be called as he tries to get to the hoop. First personal foul. Fourth team foul. It'll be Kyle McDermott to bring it in. Kamara. Washington back to McDermott in the corner. Washington with a little jumper in the lane. Good. Jimmy Washington Jr., his first points on the home floor. Carnes with a three lined up in the air. Scoops out no good, but Brady with a rebound. Back outside. Spellman with a three and hits it. Blake Spellman, his first points of the ball game. 10-point advantage for the Pioneers. Kamara. Meany with a three on the way. No good. Spellman on the run. Into the corner. That's Drew Smith. Brown, who's got threes from all over the place. That one touched the top of the backboard. Missed his last couple of threes. Pedro Lopez checks back in, and it looks like we've got a timeout called. So with that, we'll take a quick 30-second break as well. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Eagle Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
(24-14), 9:13 to go here in the first half of play. Mid-America got off to a quick start. Got points on the board in a bunch early on. Central's battle back to get it back to 10 now. They had it under 10 just a little while ago. It'll be Central basketball underneath the Mid-America basket. It's Lyles, Kamara, McDermott, Meany, and Bevins on the floor for the Eagles. A little pressure by Mid-America. Lyles gets it across. Zone with everybody out away from the basket. Lyles' pass is knocked down by Anthony Brown. McDermott in the corner. Bevins back out. Lyles. Three from straight away. Rims out no good. Cameron Brady with a rebound and a foul on the rebound. Second foul on Kamara. 6-team foul, so the next Eagle foul will put the Pioneers into bonus. Spellman. Lopez. Looks inside for Brady. Can't find anybody. Gets it to Spellman. Going to get a pick from Brady. Brady goes away. Anthony Brown with it. Back to Brady, and he's called for a travel. Ball over to Central. McDermott. Kamara. Meany. Lyles in the corner. Double team there. Tries to go underneath the basket. Kicks it back out. McDermott's got a three from out there lined up. No good. Meany with a rebound. McDermott back with it again. Hands it back to Meany. Shot clock down. Meany got a three lined up from there. Too hard. Both of his threes have been too hard. Spellman. Brady in the corner. Smith back to Spellman. Lyles off a pick. And that'll be the third foul on Fody Kamara as he tries to help out.
Foul number 23, Fody Kamara. That foul, his third. 17 foul for the Eagles. Stepping in line for the Pioneers, number 15, Blake Spellman. Entering the contest for the Eagles, number 12, Jeff Salmon. Number 30,
Jeff Salmon checks in. Jaden McGrew checks in. Jacob Moore checks in for the Eagles. And back in Trey Brown. Spellman makes the first free throw. 25-14, 7:31 to go. Second free throw in the air. Back iron no good, and Moore with a rebound. McGrew now will run the ball. Salmon back to McGrew. Salmon. Bevins. They go a little bigger to the Eagles. McDermott had his pocket picked. Trey Brown goes in. Ball fake. Has traffic go by. McGrew to McDermott. Splits the traffic and walks.
substitution for the Pioneers, number 13, Jake Alexander. Entering the contest for the Eagles, number 3, Austin Fisher.
Austin Fisher and a timeout called. We'll be back here Tuesday night for a 5:30 women's game and a 7:30 men's game against Missouri Valley, as the Vikings will come to Fayette to play. That'll be the last set of games before Christmas break. And it'll be in January before the next set of ball games as I look at the men's schedule. This is the men's schedule. Their first ball game is January the 5th, I believe. I look at the women's schedule. And they play here on January the 2nd against College of the Ozarks. If you missed the earlier game today, Central Methodist women defeated Mid-America, the 7-1 and 7-0 in conference Mid-America Nazarene Lady Pioneers before this game started by the score of 67-59 to give Mid-America their first conference loss and second loss of the season. 27-14 is the score here in the men's game. We'll have Tuesday night for you. And then the men's game against College of the Ozarks on January the 2nd, if that takes place. We'll have that for you here on the Eagle Sports Network as well. Can't go too far out in advance with the COVID issues that are going on. Brown right around Fisher, into the corner. Alexander back out. Lopez. Alexander, right wing, top of the key. Brody. Trey Brown around the pick. Lopez back to Brown. Three on the way. Comes up short. Cameron Brady with the rebound. Inside it goes to Lopez. Got more on him. Backing him further and further away from the basket. They had a man wide open under the basket. That was Brown, but they didn't see him. There he is right there. Pulls up, jump shot on the way. Rims out no good. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it will go off of Alexander, and it will be Central basketball. As Anthony Brown had 8 points early in the ball game and has not scored since then. McGrew directing traffic. Going to go to the hoop. He's lefty, and he slides his foot, and a traveling call. Alexander to Brady, top of the key. Trey Brown inside to Lopez. Spins baseline on Moore. Gets open, puts the shot up. Fouled by Jacob Moore. Chris Orozco will check back in after the first free throw. He's got 2 fouls. Rattles around, no good. Patrick Carnes back into the ball game. Orozco back in for the Eagles. So it's Bevins, Salmon, Orozco, McGrew, and Fisher on the floor for the Eagles. That one bounces around, no good, and Bevins with a rebound. Fisher got a 3 lined up. Does not count, as for the 3rd time, foul's called on Bevins. His first personal foul. As the Eagles approach, the next foul on the Eagles will have Mid-America in the double bonus for the remainder of the half. Carnes looks inside. Alexander not available. Anthony Brown with the ball. Got McGrew on him. Alexander, Trey Brown against Orozco. Drops it off, and a dunk by Anthony Brown. 10 points in the ball game for him. Lead is up to 15, biggest lead of the ball game, as the Eagles cannot find a way to get scoring on the board right now. Fisher hit a 3 a moment ago, but it didn't count because of a foul on Bevins. McGrew takes it to the hoop, lays it up and in. He's got 2. Trey Brown with the ball. Around the pick. Anthony Brown thought about a 3. Inside it goes to Lopez. Back to Brown. Trey Brown now with it. Anthony Brown passed it to him. Ball's tipped by Orozco. McGrew has it. Salmon to Bevins. Spins. Fade away in the lane. Good. 29-18. Anthony Brown down the floor in a hurry. Lopez tries to find some room to go. Can't. Back out to Alexander. Lopez, Anthony Brown, Trey Brown, 15 on the shot clock. Got Bevins on him, steps back, long 3, can't go. Bevins going to run down the rebound, and Trey Brown with a foul. That'll be his first personal foul. That'll only be team foul number 5. Spellman back in, Anthony Brown out. McGrew with a mismatch now. Orozco, nice pass from the baseline from McGrew. Basket, 29-20. Eagles back within 9. Got it back to single digits. Carnes, Lopez. Lopez going to go to the hoop against Orozco. Bump, 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 spin. Kick it back out to Brown. Trey Brown. Alexander. Trey Brown. Clock winding down. He goes to the hoop. Banks it high off the glass. Won't go. Gets his own rebound as everybody battle for it. Block shot. Goes out of bounds, and they're going to say up. They switched it and say now pointing the wrong direction. Jeff Salmon pleading the point of it went off of somebody else's hands, and now they have to separate Spellman and McGrew as they have a few words. They try and figure out. I think they've just sent everybody to the bench for the time being. Call it a media timeout or something to give everybody a chance to cool off a little bit while the officials talk. Ball went out of bounds. It appeared to go off of the hand of a Mid-America player. Official pointed The underneath official didn't have a look at it. The outside official pointed towards Central ball and then changed his mind that he pointed the wrong way, points back to Mid-America. And then Jeff Salmon was saying it went off of a player's hand from Mid-America. Tempers got a little heated. And we wait to see what the outcome of that is. They can look at the monitor if they want to. They're not going to look at the monitor. They call double technical fouls on Spellman and McGrew. Is what I thought I heard the PA announcer say. Lopez. Spellman. Alexander. Spellman again. Inside. Trying to get it out of Lopez's hands. This is Carnes, baseline runner, doesn't draw anything, and a foul underneath. And we're going to get double fouls again. Double foul as McGrew just puts the ball down and lets it roll. And McGrew's been involved in 2 of these, whether double fouls.
Fouls 35.
Pedro Lopez with his second foul assessed to him.
Number 11, James McGrew, his second.
McGrew with his second.
Changing the contest for the Eagles, number 10, Trey Lyles.
Lyles in, McGrew out.
Number 25,
Anthony Brown in. Back at the scorer's table to discuss things. Officials trying to keep this from getting out of hand. Probably causing it to be a little more out of hand with double fouls here and whatever there. It will be Central basketball under the Mid-America basket. It's Chandler Bevins to bring it in. Here comes full court pressure as 3 members of Mid-America wait. Peel off now, no pressure there. Lyles, Bevins, Orozco, Salmon. That's him with the ball. Orozco with a long jump shot, won't go. Chris Orozco misses. Spellman with a rebound. Fisher, the other one on the floor, and he's now guarding Trey Brown. Spellman with the ball. 9-point lead, 2:18 to go. Ball on the floor. Orozco comes up with it. Feeds it ahead to Lyles, but stolen by Carnes. Brown in the lane. Elevates, can't get it to go. Goes after his own rebound. Gets it. Spellman straight away 3 and hits it. He's got 7 in the game, and the lead's back to 12. Blake Spellman. Fisher with a 3, won't go. The Eagles have about 1 3-pointer in the game. Trey Brown just takes it down the court and lays it up off the glass left-handed. Steals the inbounds pass, tries to call timeout, but goes out of bounds. And how are they calling that Mid-America basketball when he went out of bounds with it? Oh, well, now they turn it around the other direction and say it's Central's ball. Central 1 of 11 from the floor shooting 3-pointers. Settling and missing. There's Bevins down the lane to the corner. Salmons, he can shoot a 3, puts it in the air, no good. Last 3 3-pointers that have been put up haven't even drawn iron for the Eagles. Bevins with a rebound. We'll get it to Fisher, who will run it up the floor. Right past Spellman, right to Lopez, to the hoop. Banks it up and in. Quickly down the floor. Anthony Brown with it. Brady in the corner. That's Trey Brown with the ball. All the way across. Anthony Brown, 15 in the lane. Lopez underneath, waits too long. Now he's got a Roscoe on him, puts it up and rolls it in. He's got 8. 14-point advantage. 9-second difference on the shot clock and the game clock. Coach Sherman is not going to be happy with 22 points at halftime. But it's been an issue from time to time. Bevins, foul on the way to the basket. Cameron Brady with the foul, second personal. Cicero checks in, Salmon checks out. Bevins' free throw is good. He is a 63.6% free throw shooter. That was his first free throw. He's got 6 in the game, make it 7. 24 seconds to go. Mid-America with the ball. They can get the last shot if they so choose. Spellman and Trey Brown play catch. Brady on the baseline, back out to Spellman. 12 on the clock. Spellman around the pick, down the lane. Kicks it to the corner. Brady with a 3 in the air on the way, no good. And Bevins with a rebound, and that's how the half will end. 36-24. 36-24. We will take a break. Come back in a few minutes and have some halftime stats for you and some other information. 36-24 at the half. We'll be back here on the Eagle Sports Network.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U at Central Methodist University. Be more.
At last, an approach to teaching and learning that connects the traditional classroom to the real world at Central Methodist University. Now you can learn the way you live and the way you'll work with the new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
Back at halftime, 36-24 is the score. Mid-America on top of Central Methodist. I'd like to thank our corporate sponsors for their continued support of CMU athletics. MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust. Got some halftime stats for you, and I'm going to throw those up on the screen, and that'll kind of give you the story of what the ball game is, how it's going right now. First line won't give you the number. Field goal percentage, 46.9% for Mid-America, 40% for Central. Both respectable numbers, good numbers. Free throw percentage, Mid-America 1 for 6 from the free throw line, 16.7%. Central 3 of 4 for 75%. Now you're going to get to the numbers that kind of tell you what's going on. 3-point shooting. Mid-America 41.7% as they are 5 of 13 from three-point land. Central shooting a cold 10%, 1 of 10 from the beyond the arc. Rebounding, Central with a 19-16 advantage there. Offensive rebounds both with 5 turnovers. And I think I did. Let me fix that because they are reversed. 5 turnovers for Mid-America, 14 turnovers for the Eagles. 11 fouls against Central, 8 fouls in the half against Mid-America. Leading scorers, Bevins with 7, Anthony Brown with 10. Rebounding leaders, Bevins also has 8 rebounds. Cameron Brady with 4 to lead Mid-America. Assists, Trey Brown with 4, Kyle McDermott with 2. Bench scoring, Central 15-7 advantage there. Points in the paint, 20 points for Mid-America in the paint, 14 for Central. And 2 points off turnovers for Mid-America. So there are your halftime stat numbers. Leading scorers for Mid-America, Anthony Brown with 10. Pedro Lopez with 8. Blake Spellman with 7. 5 points for Drew Smith. 4 points for Trey Brown. And 2 points for Jake Alexander. For the Eagles, they are led by Chandler Bevins with 7. 4 points for Fody Kamara. 3 points for Kyle McDermott. And then 2 points each for Austin Fisher, Phil Cicero, Jimmy Washington Jr., and Chris Orozco. 36-24. Coach Sherman will not be happy with 24 points in this first half, as the Eagles average 70 a game, and they're on pace to get less than 50 in this ball game against a team that you would have thought, looking at the record, would be an even matchup for this ball game. Central 5-6 and 3-4 in the conference. Mid-America 4-6 overall and 1-6 in the conference. But Mid-America with the lead. Of course, you would have thought the first game today, the women's game, would not be a close ball game, and it was and it wasn't, as Mid-America women came into the ball game 7-1 overall, 7-0 in the conference. Central 4-3 overall and 3-3 in the conference, and the Central Methodist Lady Eagles beat Mid-America by a score of 67-59. So it's been kind of a day where the records really didn't matter too much for both sides. So we've still got 6.5 minutes to go. We'll clear off the stuff on our screen and then put the scoreboard back up so you can see where we're at here at half. We have still 6.5 minutes to go. We'll plug a couple of our sponsors again, our partners, as Mid-America comes out of the locker room for the start of the second half. AirLink Rural Broadband is your local wireless and fiber internet provider, family-owned and operated with coverage options in Sheraton, Howard, Saline, and surrounding counties. Interested in wireless or fiber service? Visit us at airlink123.com for information on all of your internet needs. Community Auto Sales and Service is a one-stop shop for all of your automotive needs, from brakes, tires, and oil changes to front-end alignments, engine repair, batteries, and state inspections. They have everything and can do anything to keep you on the road safely. They're proud supporters of Eagle Athletics. Central coming back out onto the court as well. We're going to take another break, and we'll be back shortly here on the Eagle Sports Network with half number 2 from Puckett Fieldhouse. Just under 3 minutes before the start of the second half. Both sides out shooting. 36-24 in favor of Mid-America. Again, the big numbers from the first half. 3-point shooting. Central 1 of 10 from beyond the arc. 10 of 25 from the field, which is not bad. 40% total. But take out the 1 and the 10, they're 9 of 15 other than missing their threes. Also, the 14 turnovers that they have not created, but have made, the turnovers that they have made, turned the ball over 14 times in that first half to only 5, so that's a lot of extra possessions. Shooting-wise, Mid-America from the floor is 15 of 33, Central 10 of 25, so Mid-America has had 8 more field goal attempts than the Eagles, while shooting 45.5%. Mike Davis, coach of the women, down in front with his wife, daughter, and grandchild. Happy he got his leading scorer back today, even in limited duty. Nana Massanet. She was able to contribute points today, which helped out the ladies greatly. Men still without Rain Hartman, who is in South Africa and may not be able to make it back at all this year. If so, he's coming back second semester. If he can get here from there. You know, the old adage, you can't get there from here. He can't get here from South Africa. Shooters are out still. The starters are still out shooting shots for Central Methodist as we're under a minute to go here before the start of the second half. It will be Mid-America, it will be Central Methodist basketball when we start this second half of basketball. Eagles need to go on a little bit of a run and chisel this 12-point deficit down some pretty quickly if they want to get back in it. As I try and find my Mid-America sheet of statistics, and I do. They are shooting 73.5% from the free throw line, so fouling is not going to be very good. The worst free throw shooter they have hasn't played yet. Cameron Brady is a 67% free throw shooter. He is the worst free throw shooter at 67% that Mid-America has. McDermott, Lyles, Bevins, Fodi Kamara, and Anthony on the floor. Bevins, three-pointer, straight away, comes up short, rattles around. And a foul on the floor. Pedro Lopez with the foul, his third foul. Almost out of bounds was Anthony. Kamara, try to get it inside. Marcus Anthony has his pass knocked out of bounds. McDermott to bring it in. Lyles. Got to get some points here. Points were hard to come by in the first half. Lyles to the hoop, lays it up and in. Lyles' first points of the ball game, down to 10 now. They need to chisel away at this, play good defense. Bench trying to get some energy on the court. Lopez. Anthony Brown. Cameron Brady. Trey Brown. Lopez. Pedro Lopez. Anthony Brown around the pick. Going to go down the lane. Tries to lay it off to Brady, but it goes off of him out of bounds. And a turnover. That's good for the Eagles. Score. And a turnover. And let's see if they can put back-to-back possessions, putting points on the board, and get this down under 10. Marcus Anthony into the corner to Bevins. Kamara on the baseline. Cameron Brady on him. Kamara spins away from him. Knocked out of bounds by Spellman. Lyles to bring the ball inbounds underneath the basket. McDermott with a long three. Rims out no good. Spellman. Lopez almost travels. Gets it to Anthony, who loses the handle on it, and a foul will be called as he was going airborne for a big dunk. Marcus Anthony with the foul. His first personal foul. Anthony Brown at the free throw line. He is their leading scorer. shooting 68% from the free throw line. He's averaging 15.2, and he's got 11 right now. Back to an 11-point, make it a 12-point deficit. Back to 12 like it was at halftime. Lyles wants everybody to get out of the way and go the other direction. He wants to come and get the ball to Kamara if possible. Anthony to Kamara. He's going to try a three and hit it. Fody Kamara. He shoots 25% from out there, but he got that one. Trey Brown down the lane, back out. Brady. 9-point deficit. Spellman into the corner. Trey Brown almost mishandled it, gets it back. Going to go baseline, underneath. Lopez to the hoop, puts it up, can't get it to go, tipped around, and Bevins with a rebound. Marcus Anthony brings it up. Kamara, Anthony again. McDermott. Lyles got Bevins posted up on Lopez onside. Spins in the lane. Little right-hander won't go, but there's Marcus Anthony with the putback basket, and it's down to 7. Nice spurt. Trey Brown. That'll come up short. Bevins battles for the rebound and gets it. Lyles take care of the basketball, young man. McDermott in the corner, a three on the way, won't go. Brady with the rebound. Anthony Brown with the ball. Step around, three in the air on the way. Rims out, no good. Kamara with the rebound. Lyles looks for a path to the basket, can't find it. Back to McDermott. Kamara looks to pass it to McDermott, can't get it there. Lyles going to go baseline, underneath. Back out, Kamara. Take it to the hoop, pulls up, jumper, banks, no good, and Cameron Brady with the rebound. It's at 7, could have got it to 5, maybe even 4. Lopez, Trey Brown, Spellman, Anthony Brown tries to get inside, tipped away by Kamara, and he's got it, gives it to Lyles. Coach Sherman giving instructions. 15 on the shot clock. Bevins a long way from the basket. Gives it to Anthony. Lyles. Kamara going to come pick for him. Slapped away by Anderson. Or by Brady, rather. Shot goes up, won't go. Tipped around. 2 Eagles battle for it and goes out of bounds. And it will be Pioneer basketball as Carnes checks in. And Jake Alexander in. Trey Brown and Pedro Lopez out.
Also entering the contest, number 3, Austin Fisher.
Fisher checks in, as does Jaden McGrew. Carnes in the corner. Spellman. Brown on the other side. Back to Spellman. Swinging around. 5 on the shot clock. Spellman takes a long 3 and hits it. Spellman's got 10 in the ball game now, and the lead's back to 10. Anthony to the hoop around Lopez, and a foul call as Anthony hits the deck. It's going to go on Cameron Brady, who can't believe it that it's on him. And Anthony will go to the free throw line, where he's a 61.9% free throw shooter. Halfway down and rattles out. A.J. Elliott, a 6'6 freshman from Springfield, Missouri, checks into the ball game. First time in the game for him. Second free throw good. Carnes and Spellman brings it up the floor. to the hoop, kicks it over to the corner. That's Carnes with a three on the way, and good. Patrick Carnes, his first points of the ball game, and the lead's back to 12. Kamara has his shot blocked, but it ends up right in the hands of McGrew, who puts it in. Spellman with another long three, no good, and Kamara with a rebound. In the lane, Anthony gets the pass, puts it up and in. Lots of contact inside, nothing called, and it's back to 8. We fluctuate between 7 and 12. We're at 8 now. This is Alexander underneath, and the foul will go on Austin Fisher, who says, how about him elbowing me? Does that count? Official says nope. Lopez back into the ball game. Elliott checks back out. That was the first foul on Fisher, second team foul of the half. Anthony Brown. Lopez spins on Bevins, puts it up and in off the glass. He's got 10, 3 players in double figures for Mid-America. Fisher, Alexander on him on a switch. Anthony cuts through, loses a container, gets the ball back. Fisher with a long one on the way, halfway down, rolls out, and Carnes with a rebound. Alexander going to go to the lane, bump, step through, puts it up and gets it to go. Jake Alexander. And it's back to a 12-point advantage. Back and forth we go between 7 points and 12. It's back to 12. McGrew around the corner. Left hand puts it up and in off the glass. Jaden McGrew. He's got 6 in the game now. Spellman, who shot a couple of long threes, looks like he's poised to throw another one up there. Doesn't. Throws inside to Lopez, who spins baseline. Cut off by Bevins. Fade away. Bounces, no, won't go. Kamara with a rebound. To McGrew, almost picked off by Brown. And an offensive foul on Jaden McGrew, and that'll be his 4th personal foul, I believe. His 4th. He stays in the game. Fisher checks out. Lyles coming now. Then McGrew will check out. Lyles in. McDermott in. Several of the Eagles not anything close to seasonal averages for them. Anthony Brown around the screen. Lopez in the lane. Alexander with a three, won't go. 3 Eagles battle for it, and Marcus Anthony comes out with it. McDermott to the hoop, underneath, tries to get it to go, can't get the roll. McDermott with 3 points. He averages 14. Bevins averages 13.6. He's got 7. There's Anthony Brown, step through. No net, no rim, misses a shot. Anthony with another rebound, gets it to Lyles. Still 10 with 12-12 to go. Lyles to the hoop, banks it up and in. Trent Lyles, 4 points for him. Little easier shots now. Alexander to the hoop. McDermott flops, doesn't get the call. Rims around, no good. Brown with the tip, won't get it to go, and foul called. And we'll see who it goes on, as the official didn't catch the pass, and he's going to make a Central player go get it. That's pretty petty. They haven't put the foul up on the board yet as to who it was, but Anthony Brown leaves, so I'm going to guess it was him. Lyles. Kamara. Back to Lyles. Going to look for Kamara inside. There he is. Turns on Carnes. Anthony from the corner in the air, no good. Lyles with big hops, tips it in. It hung on the rim a little bit longer than he thought it did, but he still tipped it in left-handed. And it's down to 6. Drew Smith with the ball, back into the ball game. Carnes comes to pick for him. Anthony goes behind it. Trey Brown. Smith, 3 on the way, in the air, doesn't draw anything and goes out of bounds. It'll be Central basketball. Eagles with a chance to cut this lead in half. It's 6. They could get it down to 4, or they could cut it in half with a 3 and get back in it, as they've almost scored as many points as they scored in the first half in the first 9 minutes of the second half, which is something that Coach Sherman, I'm sure, harped on at halftime. Kamara against Carnes. Spins in the lane. Finds a way to get the shot up, and it just won't go. And a foul as Kamara hits the deck. Smith not happy. He's going to get the foul. That's why he's not happy.
Foul, number 12, Drew Smith. That's now
his second. Team foul number 3, so a long way to go from bonus. Bevins and Kamara each with 10 rebounds in the game. Bevins with the basketball. He's going to take it toward the hoop. Goes past Lopez, but can't get it to go. Tipped around. McDermott gets it. Puts it up off the rebound. He's fouled. Midair, and he'll go to the free throw line. And that goes on Smith as well. Anthony Brown will check back in after the first free throw by Kyle McDermott. McDermott, a 73.5% free throw shooter. Rims out, no good. Brown checks in, Smith checks out. So we got Trey Brown and Anthony Brown on the floor for Mid-America. Still a 6-point lead for Mid-Am. Second free throw is good. Down to 5 with 10:40 to go in the ball game. Lopez long way from the basket with Bevins on him. Anthony Brown on the wing. Carnes, Trey Brown. Lyles on him. Picked by Lopez. Tries to throw it into the corner to Anthony Brown. It goes off of Marcus Anthony. 6 on the shot clock. Plenty of time as Trey Brown will bring it in. Jake Alexander with it. 3 to the corner. And a shot clock violation or a foul called. What are we going to have? Calls a foul on as the buzzer goes off. Now they're going to discuss whether it's a three-pointer or not. I'm not even sure it was a shot attempt as the shot clock was going off, as he was just going to heave it towards the basket. They're going to look, but they say it's 2 free throws. As Trey Brown. And now we're going to have a conference somewhere as the fans are not happy with all of this. And we'll see if we're going to watch the monitor for any reason as to whether or not the shot clock had expired or whether it was a three-point shot. As we just wait to find out. We wait just like you do. Foul was on Trent Lyles, his first personal foul. A lot of conversation over on the side. Rachel Moore steps in, the SID, to help run the monitor replay if that's what they're standing there looking at. While they try and straighten this out, they're not looking at the replay, they're just talking. As to whether it was a foul on a 2, a foul on a 3, or a shot clock violation before the foul was called. We continue to wait. 10:08 to go. Looking at my laptop, see if I can see any women's scores that might be of interest, and I don't. Women won here. Central Methodist women won by 8. Park beats Missouri Valley men. Clark beats Peru State men. As we continue, as they look at the monitor, sometimes technology is wonderful to help straighten things out, and sometimes it just bogs stuff down. And we are in the middle of being bogged down right now. While they decide, there are 3 choices: shot clock violation, foul 2 free throws, foul 3 free throws. So it's going to be 2 free throws. As Trey Brown will be at the free throw line. He's the senior. Went up in the air, kind of jumped into a defender, and he gets free throws. And he makes the first one to extend it back to a 6-point lead. 5 points for him. That one rattles around no good, so maybe a little poetic justice. Lyles, it's been a while since we've had basketball action after all of that. Bevins, McDermott, Lyles. Bevins, three-pointer, lined up in the air, no good. Lyles with a tip won't go. McDermott tried to tip it to a teammate, but it ends up in the hands of Mid-America, and Trent Lyles has some hops. And so does Marcus Anthony, by the way. Alexander, Carnes, Anthony Brown. Pick coming from Lopez. Brown around it, down the lane. Over Bevins, can't get it to go. Lopez with a rebound. Bouncing, can't get it to go. No foul called. And Anthony comes out with a basketball. To the hoop he goes. Shot rejected by Brown. Brown says something to him as Anthony takes a tumble. Trey Brown with the basketball. 9 minutes to go here in the second half. 6-point advantage. Brown. Lopez spins, walks, gets away with it, puts it in. Spun and took an extra step. Nothing called, and it's back to an 8-point ball game. Was down to 5, now it's 8. Lyles. Kamara inside against Carnes has his shot altered a little bit, and Anthony Brown with a rebound. Kamara tries to get a steal from Trey Brown. Anthony Brown with a long 3, no good, and Kamara with a rebound. Lyles. Going to beat his man off the dribble, but can't get to the hoop as Alexander came back. Anthony tries to pass it to Kamara, but it's thrown away. Fisher to check in. Spellman back in. Brady back in, and it looks like we'll have a timeout. So while they do that, we will do this and be back in 30 seconds on the Eagle Sports Network.
How do you make traditional education more effective for today's job market? You transform it at Central Methodist University. Now the only limit to your education is your imagination. The new Digital U, available only on the campus of CMU. Be more.
51-43. Mid-America with the lead. They have led from midway early in half number 1 all the way through. It's 8 points now. It's been as many as 16. As the Eagles only scored 24 points in the first half. It was 36-24 at the half. They've scored 21 points here in the first 12 minutes of the second half, but still not the kind of output that Coach Sherman wants. And he always wants me to make sure I say hello to his dad, Alan, out in Colorado. And I'm going to do this from memory, and I could be really wrong, but I think it's Dubuque, Iowa. I know that Coach Sherman, Coach Jeff Sherman, when he came to Central Methodist, was a little bit of a track star as well. I think he may have had the high school record in the 100 out in Colorado. I played softball with him, and the man could run. I know that. Anthony Brown off of a little bit of a weave outside. Lopez inside against Bevins. Triple team, gets it back out. Tipped out of bounds by Lyles as the pass was going from Brady to Trey Brown in the corner. And this will be Trey Brown to bring it in. 7:45, 11 on the shot clock. Inside it comes. Kamara tries to keep it away from Brady. Back out. Brown with a three lined up, won't go. Fisher with a rebound. Spellman tried to reach in and get it. Can't do that. Lyles with about a 15-foot jumper halfway down and out. Trey Brown, Lopez, Spellman cuts through, nothing doing there. Brady with a free throw line jumper, 16-footer as he's about a one step behind the free throw line. And it's back to 10. Lyles got Bevins inside, gets it to him. Up against Lopez, comes up short. Bevins with a rebound, puts it up, scores, and is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to try and finish up the traditional three-point play. Cameron Brady, his fourth foul. Carnes checks back in, Patrick Carnes. Cameron Brady will check out. Bevins with 9. Getting ready to shoot a free throw. He averages 13.6. Coach Lamar wanted to know what happened. The official said slap on the arm, one free throw. Bevins can't connect. Stays at 8. 6:50 to go. Trey Brown against Lyles. Kamara almost had a pick. Brown back around again, or this is Spellman. He doesn't mind shooting a long three. Patrick Carnes steps inside. Spellman again to the baseline. And this time Kamara does pick it off and gets it to Fisher. He's going to take it down the lane and try and beat everybody down the floor. He's fouled on the way there. Kamara had the rebound, would have put it back up and in, but the foul called.
Foul number 3, Trey Brown. That foul, his second.
Trey Brown with his second foul. As I look, Fody Kamara with 14 rebounds. Chandler Bevins with 10. First free throw, no good. Second one, no good as well. Tipped around, but Brown comes down with it. That's Anthony Brown. Phil Cicero gets ready to check in for the Eagles. Lopez keeps the dribble. Now to Trey Brown, Carnes, Spellman. Carnes, Spellman, Lopez, Anthony Brown, down the lane, drops it off to Lopez, scores the basket, fouled on the play. Trent Lyles picks up his second personal foul. Cicero in, Fisher out. Lopez with 14 points, looking for point number 15, and it's a 10-point advantage again. As the Eagles can get it down, have gotten it down to 5, it's back to 11 now. Lyles, Cicero, Bevins. Kamara on the baseline. He likes to spin, does, into the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound against Carnes. Over the other side of the basket, reverse, puts up and in. And a timeout called by Central. It's a full timeout. We'll keep it here and say we want to thank our corporate sponsors here at Central Methodist. As I see A.D. Natasha Wilson here, and just so you know, she's got a son playing basketball, and she's given that, watching her boy play basketball, to stay here and watch the Eagles play. I see her down there. Want to thank MFA Oil, the Braun Home, Jennings Premium Meats, Community Auto Sales and Service, Airlink, Drury Hotels, Missouri Pacific Lumber, Howard County Electric, and Commercial Trust Company for their sponsorship of these games, making it possible. We're running skeleton crew here because students are gone. I've got a cameraman, and that's it. I'm up here all by my lonesome. I'm your play-by-play guy. I will talk to myself, and that's color when I do that. It's not just that I'm gone crazy, but I will talk to myself from time to time. And I'm also doing all the production work for this as well. 56-47, 5:36 to go. 3 timeouts left for the Eagles, 5 for Mid-America. Eagles come out. I remember seeing Rocky Lamar play basketball in this gym a long time ago. And talking to Rachel Brown, the SID here. They're going to do some renovations here in the field house. There's Carnes, lays it up and in. Bevins fouls him. They're going to rearrange the banners that are up on the far side that you can't see right now that are above courtside, and more prominently display the 2 national championship banners for men's soccer. Free throw is made, and it's back to 12, and that's 6 for Carnes in the ball game. Lyles, Cicero, picking against the screen. Up, it's man on for part of it. Shot goes up, doesn't draw anything. And that's either the 4th or 5th three-pointer that the Eagles have shot that has not drawn rim. Get it across, Spellman. Lopez, no dribble to the hoop, puts it up and in. Never put the ball on the floor and got from 8 feet away to the basket to a layup. Or that's Carnes. Nope. I was right. It's Lopez. Kamara with his 4th personal foul. Lopez back at the line. He's got 17 in the ball game. Make it 18. Looking to see if anybody from Central's in double figures yet. Nope. McDermott with a 3 in the air. Won't go. Tipped around. Bevins tries to get to it, but Trey Brown gets it. Eagles are 2 of 18 from beyond the arc. Carnes, 15-point advantage and the basketball. 4.5 to go. Spellman. Lopez tries to get a shot off. Can't do it as Kamara and Bevins bracketed him in. Ball out ahead to Kyle McDermott. Lays it up and in. 6 points for McDermott in the ball game. He averages 14.8. He's got 6. Trey Brown. Bank shot won't go. Kamara with a rebound. McDermott spots for a 3. It's in the air. No good. Back of the iron. Just not falling for him today. Carnes will slow it down. And a timeout call by Mid-America. We'll be back here again Tuesday night at Puckett Fieldhouse here on the campus of Central Methodist University, as the Eagles will take on the Missouri Valley Vikings. Conference action, women and men, 5:30, 7:30 respectively. And then that will be it until after the first of the year. And after the first of the year, The women will get some reinforcements as they have some players who will be eligible second semester. We'll see if Rain Hartman can make it back from South Africa. He has not been able to make it back to the States or campus here at Central Methodist. He, for those of you that don't know him, he is a 6'11" post player from Magaliesburg, South Africa. 13-point advantage for the Pioneers. Possession arrow is Pioneer way, and the ball will be on the side right in front of their own bench for the Pioneers. McDermott, Bevan, Kamara, Lyles, and Fisher on the floor for the Eagles. We're ready to go. Trey Brown with the ball. Got Trent Lyles on him. That's Spellman. They're going to run some clock out. 12 on the shot clock. Lyles right there with him. Spellman not afraid to step back and shoot a three from about 28 feet. Carnes from the corner with 2. Can't get it to go. Lyles comes out with the ball. Brown. Trey Brown decides not to do anything. There was 2 on the shot clock. It didn't hit anything. Lyles came out with the ball, started down the floor, lost the handle on it, and it goes back. So Mid-America is going to run another 25-plus seconds off here. Nope, they're not, as Brown takes a 3. Can't get it to go. Kamara with a rebound. He wants to push. Dribbling the ball is not what he does best. Lyles. Kamara. Free throw jumper. Pulls up from in the lane. Grazes the rim, and Carnes with a rebound. And Mid-America will run another 25 seconds off the clock. 2:38 to go here in the second half. 13-point advantage and the ball. Don't need to be in any hurry. They probably got enough points to win the game as it is. Everybody will be in the bonus on the next foul on either side. Lopez going to take it down the lane, puts his head down, scoops it up, scores at the buzzer. That's the way the game has gone for the Eagles. Good defense for 28 seconds. And Mid-America finds a way to get the ball to the hoop. Fisher. McDermott with it now down the lane. Puts it up to the deck hard. Foul called. He'll go to the free throw line and shoot a pair.
Foul number 25, Anthony Brown. That foul, his second.
Anthony Brown, second foul.
The line for the Eagles, number 1, Kyle McDermott.
McDermott at the line, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. 73.5% shooter on the year. First one no good. It's just been a tough day for him from the floor. 2 of 8 from the floor and 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Makes the second. Coach Sherman wants a trap. Trey Brown. Underneath it goes to Lopez. He slows it down and recovers. Back to Trey Brown. 1:43 to go. 14-point advantage for Mid-America. Lopez again to the hoop. Time running out. Can't get it to go. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up and in. He's got 21 in the ball game. 16-point advantage. McGrew. Bevins. 3 in the air for him and good. He's got 12. First Eagle player with double digits. He's got 12. 13-point advantage with 1:12 to go. Spellman fouled out by half court by Fisher. Second foul on Fisher. It will send Spellman to the free throw line. Cicero in. Fodi Kamara out. First free throw is good. As I looked at my sheet of stuff here, Spellman is an 80% free throw shooter. Misses that one. I should have said that earlier. 14-point advantage as we come down to the last minute of play. Try to pass the ball to Fisher inside. Tipped and knocked away. $18 turnovers, 14 of them in the first half, maybe 19 turnovers, 14 of them in the first half. 42 seconds, 12 on the shot clock. No reason to foul now that you've let the clock run all this way down. Spellman with a long three, can't go. Long rebound to Brown, and back to run a more clock as Spellman tries to get a foul on McGrew. Doesn't get it. Cicero jumps out. 8-7 on the shot clock. Trey Brown going to pull up for a three. Doesn't go. McDermott with a rebound. 9 seconds left in the game. McDermott to the hoop. Puts it up. Foul. Doesn't get it to go, but he'll go to the free throw line. Trey Brown, foul, his third. Kyle McDermott to the free throw line. 2 for 4 for them in the ball game. First one rattles around and falls. He's got 8. Now McDermott and Trey Brown are talked to by the official by talking to each other a lot during the free throw attempts. McDermott makes both of them. 67-55. Brown's got it. Everybody seems content. Fisher tries to get it out of there, but that will do it. That's the ball game. 67-55 is the final. Scoring, Pedro Lopez, 21. 12 points for Anthony Brown, 11 points for Blake Spellman. 7 points for Patrick Carnes, 5 for Drew Smith, 5 for Trey Brown. 4 points for Jake Alexander, 2 points for Cameron Brady. For the Eagles, they are led in scoring. The only double-digit scorer they had, Chandler Bevins with 12, then 9 points for Fodi Kamara. And see if I get final updated numbers. Six points for Jaden McGrew, 6 points for Trent Lyles, 7 points for Kyle McDermott, 5 points Marcus Anthony, 2 points apiece for Chris Orozco, Jimmy Washington Jr., and Phil Cicero and Austin Fisher. So there's your final. It was 36-24 at the half, ends up 67-55, and that will do it from Central Methodist. We'll be back here Tuesday night when Missouri Valley comes to town. Tune in then on the Eagle Sports Network. Good night, everybody.